what's up, my little Tattle Tells, and what's up, Sussex squad? We got to sit down and talk now. Listen, I know I've been gone for a minute because Diddy has been terrorizing the nation the same way Princess Kate Wiglet is terrorizing the English countryside. But you guys, honestly, I got to be honest, I had to take a break from the royal news for a second. Don't worry, I'm still doing the book review for Endgame. I'm just waiting for my copy to come in. All right. Don't worry, it's going to be here soon. It's a long story. I'll tell you guys about it later. But honestly, I had to really take a break from royal news because, let me be honest, I was disgusted. I was grossed out. I was sick of all those mofos. See, here's the thing. When the royal races got named, I thought that Kate, William, the royal family, I thought that they would have a mediocre of shame because, like when you have shame, it says something about someone, whether you did something or not. When you have shame, appropriate shame, right? But when you are appropriately shamed, it says something about you. It says that you have dignity. It says that you recognize that you did something wrong, but you also think enough about yourself that you're just like, oh, that was a bad move. You revise and then you move forward. I was really disgusted by everything in the UK, that all that came out about Kate being the royal person, about this, about that. And I thought there would be just more pushback. I thought people would rise in arms. I thought the people, no matter what race, creed, or color, would be like, no, that's not who we are. I did not think that Kate would amp up the stalker to gloat. I did not think that Kate would be proud of what she said. I didn't think William would stand firm. I didn't think that Kate would go on a mission to cosplay every outfit that Meghan wore on her farewell tour. From like that little, satin brown skirt and sweater. Again, Kate wore like a wonky version, which is to say this is the best Kate's looked in a while. They even let her wear her human hair extensions out because they've been giving her that synthetic wig that Louis been like using to build tents and she got to shake it out. They even let her use her human hair extensions and get a wash and blow out. While she was doing her best, I realized it's not Meghan cosplay. I'm getting someone just like, it's not Meghan cosplay, right? Because cosplay is copying, but I realize in the UK, and tell me if I'm wrong, English Tattle Tells, I think that the way the royal family tries to get like everybody to stay in line, everybody has to lower themselves so that the king and queen and the prince and princess can shine, right? With Diana, she could just shine on her own because, baby, everybody was dressing like Camilla in that revenge dress. Like me, mom, nobody wants to see that. Put that away, right? The only person that's fallen for that is Charles, and that's because you look like his nanny. I said it, right? It was a familiar face, right? But I realized that was their weird backwards way of asserting authority. Because when you're the boss, right? When you are the head colonialist in charge, you can just grab what you want, right? You don't got to ask for permission. Oh, that's cute. It was nothing when you was doing it. Now let me put this on this lily white and see what it does. It's actually a weird power trip. So when she grabs everything Meghan does and wears it like a cloak of skin, and then the media acts like they just didn't finish dragging Harry and Meghan for that, but they can do it. It's okay. It really made me sick because I was like, yo, they really are colonialists. They really are that disgusting. They literally do not feel shame, and these people have no dignity. They really got exposed for having concerns about the skin, not questions, but concerns. Kate, with her mama, who literally is a little grifter, right? Her sister, like everybody in that family. You have concerns about a baby's skin. Kate, I have concerns about what you did and put up with to talk to William. I have concerns about the way your man had dinner and coffee with your bestie and wasn't issue can do about it. I had concerns at the fact that you tried to ice her out the way you tried to ice out Meghan, and Rose Hanbury pushed back. Rose Hanbury is still there. Her children were still on the balcony of the coronation, standing next to George. They almost look like brothers. Her daughter still looked like Charlotte's twin. And at the end of it, I have faith that the arc of the universe bends toward justice. And by bends toward justice, it bends toward the rose garden. I have faith at the end of the day that everything, that Kate is going to be a more bitter and bitter woman, right? Because at the end of the day, they can show us all the airbrush photos they want. Kate can get fresh Botox she wants. She can wear bangs on her face to hide the fact that her face looks like this right now, right? She can do all that to hide the fact that she is on her death becoming stuff. Again, why am I going after Kate's looks? Because that's all Kate values. Kate does not value anything except for power and being the prettiest person in the room, because that's her identity. She literally was a breeder, in my opinion, to begin. That's all Kate cares about. That's why when Meghan came around, Kate lost her GD mind, because Meghan looked better than her by a long shot, dressed better than her, talked better than her. Look at that unhinged article that Katie Nichols wrote, talking about some Meghan came in dressed for spring. When Kate was sitting there in the middle of winter with no nylons on, because even with Louis, she still had to flash that pass. Meghan looked super appropriate. Meghan was well-spoken. Meghan was everything Kate could never be. And at that moment, Kate knew she had to get Meghan out of here. I also think that Kate had some type of crush on Harry. I think that actually had something to do with it, but it just made me realize, like, it's disgusting. You know, the fact that it makes me think there's no hope. The fact that they really got Black people to take pictures with them smiling and laughing. The fact that things, and I don't blame the people, because we saw what happened to that girl with Sister Circle, where she complained about someone being like, what are you doing here? And she complained in good faith. And now she got kicked out of her charity. And I think her charity is close to being shut down. Let me know if something's changed. But last time I checked. So I'm not blaming the people of color that had the Black people that had to smile next to Kate when she was in the Caribbean, she didn't even want them touching them. I'm not blaming them, but it just made me realize that place is rotten to the core. It made me double down and be like, yo, if Meghan had stayed over there, I probably wouldn't be a supporter of Meghan. Not because Meghan is not worthy of support, not because she's not that, not because she doesn't want to make a change, but because at the end of the day, that system either would have nullified her or they would have muted her. Muted her where broken, she didn't have a voice. Nullified her is where they had her just basically as a prop, where every time they got accused of racism or they wanted to show they were progressive, they would trout out their badly treated Black sister-in-law and the children that were probably going to be even treated more like crap. Meghan and her family had no protection. When Archie was born, they did that picture, the thing. Nobody said anything. They cared more about Kate's Botox. Or as Kate said, she doesn't get Botox. Well, baby, there must be a snake biting you all over your face every 3 months, because at the end of 3 months, you be looking like, I can't even do it. At the end of 3 months, she'd be looking crazy. And then when she comes back, she looks even more crazy. I'm saying death becomes her. There's only so many ways you can nip, tuck, and pull before at the end of the day, that stress, that alleged racism, all that stuff just stays on your face. You know what I'm saying? So it made me realize that I want the monarchy gone. I want the monarchy gone. I want every bastion of where people have the nerve to think that somebody is better than them because of blood or right or skin. I want it gone. It's like rejection is protection. They would have either broken Meghan or they would have made her so unimportant, such a token, such anything, that she wouldn't have been able to stay there. Her kids never would have been. If like her kids, they would have set it up for them to be the bad ones, while William and Kate's kids are doing like whatever. They could have been running Breaking Bad out of Kensington Palace, and Meghan's kids playing by the pool would have been the ones involved. That system is rotten. They're disgusting. But the thing that disgusted me most is the fact of how proud they were. Kate wore a white pantsuit. Oh my God, it's a white Christmas finally. They are really keen. The only thing is they are so inept and so stupid. They're going to be their own. But at the end of the day, that is who the government of England is. That is what the royal family that is what the royal family wants to be. That is what they're proud to be. And the fact that all those royalists were applauding Kate for her not having the dignity to even hang her head in shame and to come out cosplaying Meghan, they're be colonizing her and showing her who the HBIC is. Baby Kate, I hope you enjoyed it, because at the end of the day, you confront all you want. I know for a fact Rose Hanbury is dog walking William every night, and baby, he won't even let you pat him on the bum. I'm just saying. There's pogo sticks about, but baby, you're not invited to use them. And that's what really gets me. That's what I really love to see. That's what it is. It is a small thing that I would delight in her misery, because she is miserable. But I think if she had the loving husband she wants, I think to her heart, she is a Karen. I think someone that is that much of a social climber, that much that in my opinion was raised to be a pick-me. Again, nothing I'm saying has been independently verified. It is based off of Twitter reports and all that other stuff. But I'm giving my opinion. Someone that is meant to be that much of a social climber, that much of a pick-me, somebody that will take that much just to fit in on power. Of course she believes in hierarchy. Of course she believes in race. Of course she believes in all of that. Of course she does. That's what she's there for. It's like, what is it? Cruel by nature, vicious by design, or is it vicious by nature, cruel by design? You know what I'm saying? That is Kate. And it really disgusted me so much that when you expect people, a nation as a whole, to stand up and do what's right, and you find out that everything that happened wasn't by accident, it wasn't oversight. These people have no shame. They have no dignity. This is what they want. And they are not going to stop until Meghan is broken, humbled, and nothing. But the good news is, baby, Meghan ain't never going to be broken. She ain't never going to be humble. She ain't never going to be nothing. I don't care if Meghan starts a podcast of her chickens singing E-I-E-I-O with Archie and Lilibeth on the bass and the drums and the guitar. I don't care. I really don't care. I will support them just as an FU to the monarchy. And you know what's so funny, right? I want to say this. Enough is the F enough. What is this weird double standard they have for Harry and Meghan? And I realized it, right? All they do, and it makes me think with the UK, how sad it is to be Black or minority in the UK. That literally is the birthplace and the last stomping grounds of supremacy and colonialism. And baby, they are wearing it out thin, because honestly, let's think about this, right? Let's look at these double standards. And what made me think of it? I saw this dumb, don't ask me how I got subscribed to the Royal Express, right? But they are literally printing every article about Kate and William snooze fest to make them look more. It's like they sandwich Kate and William, Charles and Camilla, different story. And then there's always a story about Harry and Meghan. I don't think they can actually sell newspapers without Harry and Meghan. And listen, I talk a lot of stuff. I do that for a living, right? But at the end of the day, that royal family needs Harry and Meghan, because prior to Harry and Meghan, they were dragging Kate left, right, up, and down. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't wait till Kate's humbled. That was a mess I've never seen. It's an all-white Christmas, don't you know? Baby, the fact that Sophie looks younger than you, Tyndall looks better, and Kate, it's only getting worse. And you can't do nothing but dress like a ho-ho-ho Nanny McPhee, Professor McGonagall to get William's attention, making a fool of yourself. And even then, he still won't hold your hand. Why? Because probably who he really likes is he's telling them, we're just friends. Like, we just have an arrangement. Y'all, listen, the funny thing is, Kate's life is going to turn out a lot like the first Princess of Wales, in the fact of affection withheld. And when you finally think you're going to make it, stay away from those tunnels, or you might become like a hybrid between Diana and Camilla, where Camilla's sitting on the throne. I'm just saying, Rose is waiting. Rose is waiting. But this is the weird thing that's getting me about this double standard. They're saying Prince Harry and Meghan Markle face seismic 2024 as Hollywood has had enough. I realize, honestly, every article they make is just for the people back home. Again, they just want to be the king of that little island. And I'm so glad Harry and Meghan have gotten away. It's like, I used to think they didn't understand what happens in America, but now I realize they don't even care what goes on in America. They're reporting for the Brits back home. They said, according to a PR expert, may we have the name? 2024 is going to be a seismic year for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle after they drop hints at having big plans for the future, but they have to deliver. Now, when I read that, I said, they have to deliver. They have to deliver. Has the prince and princess of the realm delivered? What's going on with the early years? What's going on with William's about to end homelessness? What's going on with William's about to end racism? And what's going on with the Earthshot Prize? What is Kate doing? She can't hide behind her children forever, because at the end of the day, what is going on exactly? Oh, that's right. Kate's in a small 4-bedroom apartment with her kids, no nanny, and William is out doing the hokey pokey all around Kensington Palace. That's what's going on. They said Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have to deliver in 2024, as Hollywood's probably had enough of them. Has Hollywood had enough of them? The couple's had a rocky year when it comes to their business deals. With their multi-million-dollar deal with Spotify being axed several months ago, the pair was also mocked in several animated comedies, including South Park. You know, the funny thing is that they just don't understand. And I guess it's listen, UK Tattle Tells, please let me know if I'm wrong. I think it's honestly a cultural difference, because sometimes we think that we're on the same page, but we're not. Do they not understand that in the US, only pop culture iconography, only juggernauts get into South Park? If you're on South Park or you're on Sesame Street, you are a pop culture lexicon. It's actually, and South Park drags everybody. That's the nature of it. They don't honor, there's never been any show honoring them. If you get into South Park, you have done the thing. So the fact that they're trying to drag, saying they were made fun of in South Park, baby, that's America. If we're talking about you, you're on and popping. Well, that's not true. But if we're talking about you on South Park, if you make it on The Simpsons, South Park, Sesame Street, baby, you made it. You made it. The fact that Meghan Markle was even mentioned on South Park, do you know how many people have to know who she is? And South Park makes fun of everybody. It's like they don't get it. But then I realized you're not writing for Americans. You're writing for UK people, because at the end of the day, you want everybody to know that nobody likes Harry and Meghan. And get this. Listen, they were depicted as the Prince and Princess of Canada on a worldwide privacy tour. Yeah, what was William and Kate depicted as? Did their bland toaster selves even get in there? Mr. and Mrs. Milquetoast. However, it was revealed this year that Meghan has signed on to the Hollywood management team, WME, which has represented major stars like Dwayne Johnson, Adele, Serena Williams. Rumors have continued to swirl that she could be posed to return to Instagram or bring back her blog, The Tig. I think she should bring back her blog. She can make millions on it. And at the end of the day, they can try to do all this stuff. Maybe Harry still wants to be like, oh, live a life of service. Baby, you can still do that. That's what's really going to make them mad. That's what they want to stop. See, here's the thing. Meghan and Harry, if they go and live their lives and live a very well life, making money off the internet, doing this and doing that, who cares if they ever become big producers at Netflix? Like, honestly, because everybody's businesses fail. They do great, whatever. But if they find a way to like monetize their life and live very good lives, that is the biggest threat to the monarchy. What happens when Charlotte doesn't want like to be fodder, to play interference for William? What happens when Louis like, well, hold on, I count too. What happens when anybody from the royal family is like, this sucks, I don't want to be treated like this? How do they keep them in line? They tell them, nobody likes you. You're never going to have anything without this. You need to stay in line. So what do? You need to have, right? You need to have like, put the fear in them. Meghan and Harry must be destroyed for that fear to live. But it's not going to happen. Not on Meghan's side. Meghan outsmarted them all, and she's still one step ahead of them. Even though I will say, in all fairness, I don't know if WME was the right choice. I don't know if Ari Emanuel, I've said this again. And again, I literally, I don't think there's anything wrong. I don't think the WME was the right choice. But that said, Meghan has time to correct course. So does Harry. And I'm glad. And they will. But I just don't think. Anyway, they said, however, the Sussex's relationship with the royal family does not seem to have improved, and the publication of Omid Scooby's controversial book Endgame may not have helped matters. And now one of Britain's most experienced crisis managers, Mark Borowski, has said something has to change as their brand is not working. So a British crisis manager is speaking about American brand. Can we talk about William and Kate's brand in America? No, there's not one. Okay, you're right. Let's move on. He told the Mail Online, something is beginning to unwind at the heart of Meghan and Harry. I think 2024 is going to be seismic, either because they're going to do something to recover and find a new positive tactic, or they're going to undergo an undoing of the brand. It can only go one or two ways. It can't stay where it's at the moment because it's clearly not working. We've seen countless appearances of Meghan on the red carpet. The story of her being back in play in Hollywood is all about Meghan trying to return to her own turf and being available for work and getting back in Hollywood. But I'd suggest that they're getting perhaps conveniently left behind by the Hollywood machine, who have probably had enough of them and enough of the negativity. They're hitting at their big plans ahead. But we've heard it all before. So they've got to deliver something now. To who? The little people in Britain that are hoping they fell. It just makes me so. Meanwhile, it's claimed that Harry and Meghan's popularity, this is where it comes in, has plummeted after a renowned Hollywood publication branded them as losers. Harry and Meghan were slammed for their whiny Netflix documentary and insert podcast last week by The Hollywood Reporter, which unveiled its list of biggest winners and losers of the year. And now it's also emerged that their popularity among the general public is plummeting, with the Princess of Wales hailed as the people's princess by a U.S. pollster, with it revealed that Meghan is polls far behind her sister-in-law. Have you ever had a popularity poll about a celebrity in America? They are at this point writing fan fiction. This is Jeremy Clarkson writing this. There was a poll and Kate was the people's princess. All right, girl. According to Express, right? Kate is the people's princess. That's the verdict of the American public. The Princess of Wales is their top-rated royal, and they vastly prefer her to Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Princess Kate got 44% positivity score, William at 36%, and Harry got 26% and Meghan 21%. I can't, y'all. You know what? I'll say one thing. I don't think WME was the right place to go. However, Meghan always has something up her sleeve. And baby, at the end of the day, she has that American ingenuity. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. Everything can't be a win. Sometimes you do have to withdraw to step forward. Who knows where they are? But at the end of the day, the kids are going to be okay. And they're going to live a good life. A good life. And Archie and Lilibet are embraced by the Spencers. And that, at the end of the day, is what they can't stand. That, at the end of the day, is what they want to happen. And that, at the end of the day, is what's going to happen. So you know what? I will wait patiently for the fall of that flea-bitten Roman Empire reject. Literally, apple, horses, honey, Botox, wiglets, and bald locks behind a rose bush, going for the gold. Literally coming in on pogo sticks. That whole institution is rotten to the core, and I will never, ever, ever stop dragging them because they are the true definition of vulgar, disgusting. And again, this is my opinion. Let me know what you're in the comment. But I've recovered. I'm back. I've recovered. You know what they said? Old saying, never expect more from a lesser A, B. It was your problem because you expected more from a lesser B. And England, UK and the royal family are lesser A, Bs all day. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.